Good morning, everyone. We're back for day 4 of classroom setup, and I'll show you guys what my classroom's looking like today. We look so much closer to being done now that the desks are laid out, but my goals today are to focus on my desk space. This whole area is a mess, and especially going through my desk drawers. I have not cleaned those out at all, and they are atrocious, so I need to go through that. A lot of my desk stuff is on this back table, so clearing all of this. And I did bring my pillows that I took home to wash. I said that in my part 1 video, but these are the pillows that were in my classroom library, and my rug I'll bring back tomorrow, but wash these so they're all nice and clean. So let's go ahead and get started so we can be done soon. I'm so afraid to admit this, but my desk drawers are probably the most disorganized spot in my classroom. It is so bad. I'll show you guys in a second, but so disorganized, so I cannot wait to go in here and organize it. Here's my first drawer. Here is my second drawer and my third drawer. Literally such a mess. So let's go in here and get this situated. Okay, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to organize my desk drawers. I just don't want it to get cluttery again. I know it probably will throughout the year, but I feel like I need to get like desk organizers or whatever just to make sure this space stays organized. It literally doesn't really have any rhyme or reason of what I did. In the bottom drawer, I just put these microphones, my sub binder, mints that we use during testing, and then some remotes for my classroom. Here were just supplies that I use or old decor stuff. But again, it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't really make sense. And to me, this looks cluttery and I don't want it to get any worse. And then on top, I just left it clear and just put some hall passes, but literally let me know because I am not sure how to have this organized. I don't know, should I put some of this stuff in the top drawer? I also want to get like an organized, probably from Amazon, like a medicine kit just for myself, because as a teacher, you guys know, you get sick so often, like throughout the school year. So, or sometimes you just need like ibuprofen if you have a headache, or cold or flu medicine, Pepto, Tums, whatever it is. I usually just keep that in my bag, and then I'm like digging through it when I need it throughout the day. And I want to get like an organized one that I can keep in here, and I can put it in this drawer and just have it be my personal space. But I have no idea how to nicely organize this, and I just forgot there's more stuff back here that I threw out. I do have this is my first aid kit, and hopefully we get restocked because this was actually from the nurse, and I mostly use this a lot for band-aids throughout. Instead of sending a kid to the nurse, just get a band-aid from here. Maybe I should put that in my first drawer too, so that's easy access. But anyway, I'm gonna continue putting everything away and finding a spot for where it needs to go, and then start on the top part of my desk. All right, sorry this angle is so close, but right now I just restuck on the labels that came off with my favorite tape. The ones that fell off, I honestly just didn't put enough. I put like the tiniest sticky residue on here, but this is double adhesive tape, and I used it to hang up all of the decor on my walls, and nothing fell off throughout the year or over the summer. Everything is great and in good shape, and it's because I use this. So I highly recommend, and I haven't had any issues of like the paint coming off. I know everyone wonders that, but if you aren't able to staple the wall or anything, I definitely recommend this. When I moved out of my first classroom, my first year, I had used all this on my walls, and I didn't personally have any issues of paint coming off or anything, but I know some districts prefer patching up holes or repainting if paint comes off, and my school prefers us not putting any holes in the wall, and if paint were to come off, it's really not that big of a deal. So, but I know every school is different, but I do recommend this for sure. So I did that, and again, the Post-its that I had in my desk, I forgot that I literally have a spot for it to go in here. So I had shown you guys how a lot of the labels on the cards fell off, so I'm currently just re-sticking them on with the tape I just told you about. So literally all these fell off that card that I showed you guys yesterday way back there. So I'm just sticking that back on. Then after I do that, I think I'm gonna leave for the day. All right, Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave now. It's been a couple hours and this is why I am so glad I've slowly started coming in every day, because every little nook and cranny of this classroom has taken me a couple hours to do, if you guys have been following along with my classroom setup journey. So that's why last year it took me 3 weeks to set up my classroom, but it's taking me like a third of the time to do all that. And then this is also the first year where I'm not having help. The first year my brother came out to Arizona to help me set up my classroom. Second year when my best friends came out to help me set up my classroom. And yeah, this year I'm so glad that I only have to focus on the nooks and crannies of things and not cutting and laminating everything. But yeah, just doing my desk stuff took a couple hours. It was so needed though, because going through all of those drawers and everything, it was so nice to throw away all of that clutter and trash that was in there for so long. And it was great to finally do all that. I'm gonna leave now and I'll be back tomorrow, because here's still what my classroom's looking like. I'm trying to think of what my plans are tomorrow, because now it just seems like there is really just cleaning up to do, because everything is now like done. So it's really pretty much the rest of my classroom is just cleaning up. And I do have to re-screw on some nails on my fan and one of my carts, but other than that, I think mostly everything is done. It's really just cleaning up, and I need to bring back my rug tomorrow and a couple other pillows, but I do want to get a new desk pads. So yeah, just very little things, but the big bulk of everything is done, and it feels so good to do that. It feels so good that we're finally here. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 5. My teacher bestie will be here tomorrow. She's right next door to me, and I'm excited that she'll be here. Right, so I'm back in my classroom for day 5 of classroom setup, and I'll show you guys what it's looking like right now. It just looks like it's a mess, honestly. A bunch of stuff is just all over the place, so we need to go ahead and clean it out. I finally went ahead and brought back my rug and the rest of the pillows, so that way I can finish setting up my library and everything like that. And then I did have someone in the comments suggest that I should switch behind these chairs in this side of the library, this small bookshelf onto the left side. And honestly, I actually agree. I think that would be way better. I think it does look way worse right now because there's no pillows. Normally I do have pillows there. That helps it so it doesn't look too funky, but I think I'm going to switch it. It might be heavy moving them now that I put all the books back in the bookshelf, but I'm going to try and execute that. So let's get started so we can finish up. Okay, so I moved the shelves, and let me know if you guys like it more, because now I'm remembering why I had it more hidden, and it's because when I originally made these, like the cardboard I had the white side in cardboard that way because the back of the shelf was exposed, but now you can see the inside. But I don't feel like honestly redoing that, so I'm just gonna keep it that way for now. But I need to figure out what to now put in these shelves, because last year I had a bunch of picture books in there, and now I don't know, maybe I could put like books that are stand some books up, just a couple there. So that's how that would look, and then I could put another book on the bottom, and then I can just find a couple others to put on top here. But for now, I don't know what to put in these cubbies. Okay, so earlier this week, I moved all of these Journeys textbooks in here, and then I realized that I could just put them in the student's desk now to free up the space, because I need somewhere for all of these paper stacks to go, especially while my cabinet shelf is broken. Last year I just had it underneath this desk, but I don't want like anything to collect under there. And then if I can just put this in the desk now, I can free up a lot of that space, because that stuff needs to go somewhere. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so a couple of the screws came off of my rolling cart, so I need to go and hopefully I think I found this, and I think this is for the rolling cart, because I try to keep all the screws from last year when I built everything in case something like this would happen. So I need to rebuild this, so hopefully it can be successful. I'm just gonna empty all this out and then get started on that. So that cart is done, and now I'm finally coming around to finishing up putting the screws on the bottom of this fan. I think last year I was just in a rush just to use it because our AC was broken last year, so I was setting up my classroom and it was like a sauna in here because I'm in Arizona, so it being 110, 120 degrees outside, it was miserable, so I tried to use that fan right away. So I didn't get around to screwing on the bottom, but I need to do that finally. So luckily I kept everything. I'm just gonna screw the bottom and then we should be good. Okay, we have made so much progress. I went ahead and cleaned all the junk that was on the floors, put everything away, and now I really just have to put my chairs away. So I have all the chairs stacked back here. So I'm just gonna place them at their desks and then I'll be done for this week's setup. Alright guys, we are pretty much done with classroom setup. Literally, I would say 98% done. Just have to do minor things next week, like getting their supplies and caddies done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video and enjoying my part 2 of my classroom setup. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.